Thinking about taking a cruise, but don't quite have the money? In this video, I'll show you how you can save big time, not just for a cruise, but for any large purchase you want to enjoy with friends and family. Heck, some of these tricks might even help you save for an early retirement. So let's dive in. Now, before we get into details, I just want to stress that everyone's circumstances are different, and I totally get that. So some of these ideas won't work for everyone. When I lost my job during the 2008 financial crisis, I had zero money to save for a trip. And the decade after that, most of my income went to paying off student debt. The first time I flew on a plane, I was nearly 30. So believe me, I know what it's like not to be able to have that nice trip, and I know it can be really hard to get in a position to do that sort of lifestyle. So I understand if it's not possible, it is really tough out there. Health issues, job situations, or life circumstances can make travel or fund savings very tough. Sometimes even impossible. But even if you're in that spot, some of these tips can still help you save something. And in these challenging times, every little bit really can make a difference. Alright, with that established, let's get into the details. So these are the cuts that I make to improve my life, make it better, not worse. It's about deleting expenses that don't actually improve my life. The ones that pretend to be convenience, but really aren't.
When you've done enough, Uber Eats.
So in this video, I categorized it into 3 steps to save money big time. Now, the first step's probably going to sound a bit odd to you, but that's avoiding the grocery store. We found this the best way to save money, and ironically, we used a thing called the odd bunch to do it. So maybe it doesn't sound that odd. So this program called Odd Bunch, which is a subscription service, I think there's something similar to it in the US that's called Misfit Market and Imperfect Foods. But essentially it's a delivery service that sends discount fruits and veggies that are perhaps misshaped or in surplus, and we save significantly on it. Now, spoiler alert, and pun intended, sometimes we do get a few things that are spoiled. But for $20 plus $3.99 delivery, we get so much fresh produce that even if a few berries don't make it, it's still an awesome deal. In the summer, we switched to a fruit-only box because our vegetable garden grows wild. We've grown a ton of veggies, especially cucumbers and tomatoes. One year we had over 1,000 tomatoes, and that was just from 6 plants. Sure, a lot were cherry tomatoes, but still, that's a mountain of tomatoes. With all that food, I bought a dehydrator, and that thing has paid for itself many times over. It turns food that would spoil into long-lasting snacks and ingredients. I've made fake sun-dried tomatoes with it, apple chips, pear chips, and many other things. It's awesome. If you haven't tried one, there are a ton of YouTube tutorials to get started, so check it out if you're interested in purchasing such a device to save money in the long run. Another big save is through bulk stores. Now, I'll admit we don't go often enough, but buying staples in bulk is way cheaper. Some folks swear by Costco, but for me personally, I don't find I really save any money there. Between the membership fee and the inconsistent stock, and the fact that we're just a couple, it was too much quantity for how much we use. That said, for big families, it can be a game changer. All right, now we're moving on to step 2, and that is house operating costs. This is a great area that you can save money. So we all know the classic dad advice, which is put on a sweater, turn off the lights, and you'll save on your hydro bill. Your hydro bill's a Canadian term. Sorry. Your electric bill.
Talked a little differently.
Ted, this hydro bill is bigger than Louis Sir's biceps. What, you leave the carburetor on all night, eh?
Or your heating costs, and that's how you save money on the operating costs of your home. But if you spend a little up front, you can save big time on the operating costs of your home. Here's how you do it. So one of our biggest wins on saving on the home operating costs was getting out of our hot water rental. This came with the house. It was a tankless hot water heater that we were renting for $53 a month, and it went up every year. When I looked it up, these units last about 15 to 20 years. Do the math, and that would be over $10,000 in rental fees for its lifespan. So it makes sense to not pay that over that time period and just get out of the contract. So we decided to buy it outright. And beyond the money cost, we probably avoided all the hassle from these rental companies because they get bad reviews and they're known for slow or poor service. They're pretty scammy, to be honest. Another big saver in home operating costs is living small. Smaller homes mean lower heating and cooling bills, fewer rooms to fill with furniture and gadgets, and usually lower property taxes. Honestly, it's freedom in disguise. A smaller home is cozy, comfortable, and a saving in your pocketbook. When it comes to water savings, we use rain barrels, and they're your friend when you have a garden. Collect rain for the garden and plant clovers instead of grass on your lawn. This will save you money because clover uses a lot less water, it's low maintenance, drought resistant, and pollinators love it. All right, we're moving on to the final step, and this step can really rack up the savings. That's transportation costs. We decided to be a one-car household, and that alone saves a ton. No extra insurance, no double maintenance, no second car payment, no other vehicles sitting in the driveway collecting dust. So this is saving us a lot of money, and I highly recommend it if you can do it too. When it comes to insurance, I shop around every 3 to 4 years. I learned from someone in the industry that rates change all the time, and I've saved hundreds by switching. So shop around, you'll definitely save a lot. We've been able to save on our car purchases at times by asking the dealer to swap out the factory all-season tires for all weathers instead. They agreed and sold the original ones to someone else and gave us a credit towards the all-weathers. The bonus is that the all-weathers are rated for snow, so we got a small insurance discount too, and it's safer to drive in the winter over the all seasons. It's a win-win because you don't have to swap them out twice a year. It's just way better. So here's one of my favorite hacks, and I've made a video on this in the past. I use an e-bike to commute. That thing has saved me thousands of dollars in gas and parking. It literally paid for itself within its first year. And I've had it now for over 4 years. It's fun, fast, and keeps me active. It's a win-win-win. Plus, it keeps the mileage down on our car. which means our car retains value, it needs less maintenance, it'll last longer, or it'll be worth more in a trade-in. So it's a great way to save money. So these are the 3 areas where we save: food, home, and transportation. And they really add up. Remember, the goal isn't to live with less joy, it's to cut the noise and live better. Every dollar you redirect for something wasteful can become a building block for the things that really make life great, like that cruise, that home upgrade, or simply more peace of mind. So with that, I'd love to hear how you save money. Drop your tips in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear it. I'm always looking for new ways to save money and live differently, and I'd really enjoy to hear new ideas on how to do that. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and watch out for my next video. Again, thanks, and see you in the next one. Cheers.